Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a birth story video. So I'll be talking about my birth with Bentley, and then I'll also be unboxing our Hello Bello bundle that we get every month. So that's fun. Very excited. Today I'll be starting with opening the bundle. I get this bundle every month, and it just came in recently. Sometimes you can get it cheaper if there's like a code. Sometimes it's regular. I think it's like $75 a month or something like that. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by Hello Bello. I don't have enough followers for something like that. So I'm just kind of showing this because like if a new mom or someone that already has kids is looking for a better way to do their diaper shopping, this is amazing. So first of all, the boxes are so cute. The Christmas one was way cuter than this, but it's still freaking adorable. And I'm not good at opening stuff, so like hopefully I don't hurt myself. Okay, that was easier than usual. Okay. It's so big, but like so worth the money. And you can set up where it automatically comes out, or you can get on anytime and cancel it too. So I have overnight diapers. Their overnight diapers are amazing. Some moms don't do overnights. I think that's more for like if your kid doesn't sleep. My kid sleeps, okay? He sleeps from 8 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock in the morning 90% of the time. Never wakes up in the night. So he needs nighttime diapers because they hold everything better, and he doesn't sleep like short periods like a lot of kids do. So there's 3 packs of those, okay? And it's 18 in each pack. And then you get 4 of the daytime diapers. There's 22 in each pack. 4 packs of those, and when you do it online, you pick the design, so that's really cool. You also pick the nighttime designs, but they don't have as many options. And then you get 4 packs of the wipes as well. I love these wipes. They're so much better than Huggies, so much better than Pampers. Obviously, these don't last me a whole month, but they're like plant-based cloth, and I'm obsessed with them. Also, speaking of that, I have been debating on making my own wipes, like reusable ones. I've seen people do it, and they use like a jar and just like regular cloth and cleaning stuff. If anyone has ever done that happens to watch this, please let me know, because I'm thinking about it and just kind of want to know if it's worth it. But it'd just be so much better for like the environment. I wipe down his high chair 3 to 4 times a day, so I would just use those wipes for that. Here's a better look at the January box, and it actually, I think, can turn into like a play thing for kids. You see like the handles and stuff. Bentley probably won't use this, but I mean, it'd be cool if he was a little older, so yeah, love that bundle. All right, and now on to our birth story. So Bentley wasn't planned, obviously. I got pregnant when I was 20, and Chaz was 22. So he was not planned. We were not married. We weren't engaged. We just lived together. But we moved in together like the week that we met because he was just that in love with me. So anyway, I got pregnant and was not planned. So that was a little scary. I was a waitress, and Chaz was working for the place he works now, but he wasn't in the same job. So he was making a lot less money. But now he switched. He's a car salesman and makes so much more money. That's why I can stay home and am not a waitress anymore. thank God. If you've never had that job, it really tests your patience because people are rude. Everyone should have to be a waitress or waiter at some point in their life because 90% of the time, if you're not, you don't know how to act in a restaurant. Ugh. And let me tell you, kids are the worst. They make a mess. When we take Bentley, we clean up after Bentley because that's what you're supposed to do. People don't do that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, we found out we were pregnant and everything. And then we went to the OB. Everything was good. So, I wasn't worried. And I was good all the way until about 37 weeks. When I was 37 weeks, I'd had high blood pressure the whole time. But when it got to 37 weeks, they were like, okay, you're really pregnant now. So you really need to watch this. Don't be stressed. Try to relax, all this stuff because your blood pressure. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not worried. So I was good. And I just quit working either that week or the week before because I was super pregnant, obviously. Carrying heavy trays, swollen feet, it just wasn't working. So then at my 38-week appointment, I go in and he's like, yeah, your blood pressure's high and it can cause problems if we let it go and you go into labor naturally, so we're going to induce you tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. So I was super stressed out. And so I go home. Well, first I call Chaz because my mom was at the doctor with me. And I called Chaz and I was like, hey, so tomorrow we're going to have a baby. And he's like, no way. I was like, yes. So we go home and I am freaking out at this point. I don't think it had really hit me. I knew I was having a baby, but I was like, oh my God, the baby's going to be here. I don't know. It just hadn't hit me yet. And so I'm washing the walls and scrubbing everything in this house. It was insane. Honestly, I'm kind of glad that he came early because I think that my nesting would have got even worse if he wouldn't have. But, so I'm washing the walls and everything. And then I was like, I'm so freaking tired. And so I went to bed. And then the next day was the day I was going to get induced. And I did not have to be there till 8 o'clock that night. So Chaz worked that day. And so I'm just at home, packing stuff, getting stuff ready. It was crazy. I was so stressed. But then 8 o'clock comes around. We get to the hospital. They have us go in the ER entrance because, the other entrances were closed because of COVID. And they were like, oh, my God, miss, are you in labor? Because obviously I was, really pregnant, you could tell. And I was like, no, I'm here to get induced. And they were like, oh, okay. They were super concerned until I was like, I'm supposed to be here. But honestly, if I would have been in labor, though, I would have been acting really chill because I was just standing there, waiting. I don't think people act like that when they're in labor. I didn't. But anyway, we get put in a room, and the lady was like, okay, so did your doctor tell you how they were going to induce you because we don't have the, paper from him? And I was like, they said, the pill that they insert that can start your labor. And she goes, okay, good, that's the better way to start it. So I was like, okay, thank God. And then, so she does that. And I'd say that was around 9-ish, 9:30, the first pill I got. And then we were just hanging out, I couldn't sleep. I didn't have contractions yet until I got the second pill, which was, I think, around midnight. It was somewhere from midnight to 2 a.m. I don't know when it was. But, so they gave me another pill. And then I started getting contractions. It was absolutely annoying. Because they weren't bad, but they were where I couldn't sleep, So then I have to wait till it was either 6 or 7 a.m. And I had not slept all night. And my doctor comes in because he just got there and was like, okay, let me check how dilated you are and all that. And he checks. And then I'm just like, oh my God, I think I peed my pants. But I didn't say anything because he just moved away from me. And I was like, I think I peed. And he goes, no, I broke your water. And I was like, bro, you could have gave me a warning. Like, because I just thought that I was peeing everywhere because I was pregnant. You can't control it anyway. And he had broke my water. So I was like, okay. And he's like, you should be ready around, like, probably 4 o'clock. You should be able to push, but I'm not sure. It might be a little later. I'm like, oh, okay. And I felt fine for about 5 to 10 minutes after that. And before he left, he was like, do you want to get the epidural right now? I said, no, I'm okay. I don't feel anything. Like, just the mild contractions I've been having. About 10 minutes after this guy leaves, okay, I'm broke out in sweat, contracting, can't breathe, in so much pain. If you know me, I have no pain tolerance, okay? I know that. So giving birth, whatever, is so scary. And, so I obviously was like, going in, I want the epidural. But I didn't plan on getting it that early. I was only dilated to a 3 or 4 when he broke my water. And so then Chaz is like patting me down with a wet rag and stuff, trying to help me. And then he goes, that's it, we're getting the epidural. And he runs out and gets the nurse. And I was just like, okay, fine. So then like 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, whatever, I get the epidural. I will never have a child without the epidural. I'm telling you right now. I want 3 kids. All 3 of them are going to have the epidural. And the doctors will tell you, like, you know, just wait a little bit. No. If you want it, get it, and that's what I'm going to do. And the second I got the epidural, I'm not kidding you, it was instant relief. Like, amazing. Now, does my back still hurt from it? Yes. But do I regret it? Absolutely not. Absolutely freaking not. Okay? I love natural things, and I wish I was a strong enough person to have a natural birth, but I'm not, and I'm aware of that, and I really think that I'm the kind of person that would pass out because I'm in so much pain, so I'm not going to put myself through that. And he came here just fine. He's fine now, so that's all that really matters. Some people think the epidurals aren't good. That's fine, that's their opinion, but like, I'm strongly for epidurals if you have a low pain tolerance, which I did, so. But anyway, after I get the epidural, which was like really early, probably 8 a.m., 7, something like that, we just kind of chilled. I fell asleep for like maybe half an hour to an hour because I hadn't slept all night, but Chaz did, of course. That was nice. But I told him, you know, get your sleep because I want you to be awake and help me when the baby gets here. He's like, yeah, okay, of course. So once the baby gets far enough, you know, you get dilated, and they had told me it'd probably be around 4 o'clock. So finally around lunchtime, it was like noon, 12:30, Chaz was like, okay, I'm going to go to the cafeteria to get some food. I obviously was in active labor, so I could not eat in the hospital. So he goes and gets some food, and he comes back, and he'd been done with his food for like 10 minutes. And I like told my nurse, she came in to check on me, I said, I'm in a lot of pain right now, like having a lot of pressure on my side, even though I had the epidural, and I just wanted you to check, like maybe he's ready. And they're like, he's definitely not going to be ready, but we'll check. You know, she checks, like doesn't even get all the way to where she can check, and she goes, oh, you're ready to push. Yeah, girl, I told you. Like, I knew there was something, you know, but whatever. And so then they all come in there, and they're, like, telling Chaz, okay, she's ready to push. And Chaz is like, bro, I just ate, you know, but that's just how it happens. And the crazy thing for me was I was expecting Chaz to be, like, up by my head, you know, like in videos and movies and stuff. It wasn't like that. They told him, grab a leg, and this dude held up my leg while I gave birth. Like, and he just kept saying it was hard because when you push, like, you push down, like, for pressure and stuff, and so he was holding my leg and I was pushing it down, but I obviously couldn't feel my legs, so, sorry, but, so he's, like, holding my leg, and another lady is holding my other leg, and then, like, the doctors and the nurses up there, and, it was just me and Chaz in the delivery room, by the way. It will be like that for all of my kids, and I don't want visitors for any of my kids in the hospital. To me, that's a very intimate time where you have, like, your own bonding. It has nothing to do with COVID for me. it's just the whole moment of being there with only your new baby is beautiful, and that's what I want for all of our kids. So since I was ready to have Bentley 3 hours early, none of our family was like expecting that, because we told him, probably around 4 o'clock is what the doctor said. So right before, it was actually as I was pushing, Chaz was like texting everyone like, hey, she's pushing, blah, blah, blah. And then Bentley comes. I only pushed for about 20 minutes. And he was born at 1:31 p.m. So I wasn't even actually in labor that long. I didn't feel very much of it, so it was okay. He was 7 pounds, 8 ounces, perfectly healthy, had nothing wrong, didn't have to go to the NICU, anything like that, which we're very blessed. We know a lot of people right now that have premature babies, and so that's really scary, really stressful, but luckily wasn't our situation. And it was just like love at first sight. I was crying. Chaz cried a little bit, not a lot, but I cried a lot the second that I saw him. And the first thing I thought the second I saw him, he has my dad's eyes. And I was just like, oh my God, those are my dad's eyes. And it was just so beautiful. Having a baby is like the most beautiful experience I could ever explain. It sucks being pregnant. For me, if I had to choose between giving birth like every day for 9 months, obviously like not the recovery because that's not possible, or being pregnant for 9 months, I would give birth every day for 9 months. Pregnancy was not fun for me. I loved the excitement of it and everything, and I love the product of it, but it was terrible. Like, I could not breathe. A lot of people aren't there when you're pregnant young either, so that really sucked. I was really lonely. I had really bad prenatal depression. So it just it's like a good and bad thing. A lot of people have easy pregnancies. Good for you. I mean, I was healthy, but it wasn't fun. It wasn't enjoyable for me. And I'm hoping to go through it again soon. So that's kind of a scary thing, but hopefully the second time around and third time around are easier and fun, and I'm not as concerned. I think I won't be as scared next time because I have a baby now and I know what I'm going into, but being so young and having no idea what you're going into is so scary, and I think that's why I was scared. What are you doing? You sound like a monkey. Anyway, my birth was really easy, very beautiful. My doctors and my nurses were amazing. Everything was perfect. He latched perfectly. I mean, no health problems at all. And he's 10 months old. He just turned 10 months old on the 17th. And he's perfectly healthy. He's never been sick, which is amazing. I think he had like a runny nose one time, but that's it. Has just been the perfect baby. Yeah, birth is different for everyone, but for me, it was just awesome. Hopefully, the next two are just as simple, and that's all I can really hope for. You have anything to add? No? Nothing? No. Okay, well, thanks for listening, and like and subscribe and comment if you feel like it. Our next video will most likely be a nursery tour because I think his nursery is really cute. In a place that we rent, I couldn't do a lot of the stuff I wanted to do, but I think that it turned out really cute and felt like showing it off, so make sure you check for that probably next week. Bye-bye! Say bye-bye!